On this back page, just posted some examples. We're going to work a couple of examples. Here we're going to determine whether the triangles are similar or not. We know to naturally identify our shortcuts, and we're going to skip writing the similarity statement. I think we've had enough practice with that already. But I do definitely want to explain their reasoning. So if I look at these two triangles here, all I'm given are 3 side lengths, and I know that sides have to be proportional. So I have to locate corresponding sides. So if 12 is the biggest length of this triangle, it would correspond to the biggest length of this triangle. If 8 is the smallest length of this triangle, it would correspond to the smallest length of this triangle. And then naturally we can see that length 9 corresponds to 6. So let's see, are these sides proportional? If they are, they're similar figures. If they're not, then they're not similar. So I'm going to do 8 over 4. And I need to pick one more. Let's do 12 over 8. So we're going to check. Are they proportional to each other or equal to each other? I can quickly cross multiply. 8 times 8 is 64. 12 times 4 is 48. So no, they're not similar. On B, I'm given 2 angle measures. So these are congruent, but these aren't. But we can check this right here. So I'm just going to do 90 minus 68 to see if this up here is equal to 22. So that's 2. Yeah. This is a 22-degree angle, which matches this. So based on angle, we have 2 similar figures. So yes, they are similar. How do we know? Angle. That's the explain or the proof part. Next one on C. Again, we have 2 angles given and they don't match up, but maybe these thirds can match one of these guys. So let's see, I'm going to take 180 degrees because I know that's how much 3 angles add up to in a triangle. And I'm going to subtract 78 and 71 degrees from that. So let's see. 180 minus 71 minus 78. And I get 31 degrees here. So I do have a match. This is congruent to this angle. These 2 angles are congruent to each other. So yeah, they are similar. How do I know? Angle. On this next one, I have 3 side lengths given, so I need to check if they're proportional to each other. So I like to highlight corresponding sides. So 18 over 8, is that equal to or proportional to 16 over 9? And then we need to do the same thing with 24 over 12. Whoops. Now already with 24 over 12, I can see that that simplifies to 2. But 16 over 9 doesn't simplify to 2, and neither does 18 over 8. So since they don't simplify to the same fraction, they're going to be not similar to each other. Yeah, 24 over 12 is 2, and 16 divided by 9 is 1.77. So yeah, they're not equal. Okay, so with letter E, I see some vertical angles, so I'm going to mark them as congruent to each other. And then I'm going to list the corresponding sides, so let's see. 12 corresponds to 9. 18 corresponds to 24, so it looks like that. So all I need to do is check to see if these sides are proportional. So 18 over 24, is that proportional to or equal to 9 over 12? So we cross multiply to check. Let's see, 18 times 12 is equal to 216. And 24 times 9 is also equal to 216. So yes. So they're similar. How do we know? Side angle side. Last one here. We have 2 angles given. Now these two are congruent to each other. I'm just missing the third angle. I can subtract these two sides from 180. So let's do that. 180 minus 27 minus 53 gives me 100 degrees, which goes right here. And yeah, you can see that it's not a match. So, not similar. Okay, so with the last 3 problems, here we're going to show that the 2 triangles are similar to each other. So we have to prove it. Looking at these 2 triangles here, it already tells me that these 2 angles are congruent to each other. But I can also say that angle R is congruent to itself because they share that angle. So based on angle, it's congruent. We're going to skip B. B is just showing that all corresponding parts are proportional. With C, to prove that these 2 triangles are similar to each other, I'm told that I have 2 angles are congruent, but also these are parallel lines. So if you have parallel lines, I want you to think of this being your transverse.